let's take a closer look inside. So actually, as I say, new gates. Somebody spent a bit of money on this recently. There's rubber mat. No way, look at this. Hang on, can you see in the bit dark? Oh, somebody's left me a hacksaw, a pair of grips, some coach bolts, wood drill, and high speed drill. Look at that. They looked after the horses better than they looked after themselves, I think, to be honest. Look at this. And now we go into the living compartment, which, as I said before, is a bit grim. So, hang on. I can even shut the horses out nearly. So actually, as a horse box goes, it's all right. I wouldn't even mind being a horse in there myself. For this next part, I'm going to need a tape measure, a bit of chalk to scribble on the outside with, and I'm going to need a crawling board. Tell you what, let's see if some filming magic works. Look at that magic stuff. So we have a crawling board. I'm going to need to crawl underneath. So we're going to measure to see what clearance we've got over the cab. Is it high enough when it sits on the Unimog? Is this part going to hit the top of the cab? Or we have too big a gap? We don't want either, basically. The arrow there. Let's go see if it's not too dark outside what we've got on the Mog. So a little bit dark, the lights are on, it's not too bad, we'll figure this one out. So what we're measuring, we've got 1,450 going from, hang on, let me tape measure the pointer. Here is the top of the chassis on this. Now this has the RSL oil tank here, for the PTO system fitted to it, but we're going to put the body on top of that. So we go from the top of this up there to the top of the cab. Light's gone off. Great, that's really not helpful. 1,500. The next part, I just want to show you the bit where I should have gone and looked at this first before I bought it. Right, it's my first time in the back of this van, and the bit where I screwed up, you see, I thought, because I didn't check anything out, stupidly, I thought the van had its own roof, and this was a separate roof belonging to the body itself. Again, there's no bulkhead here, there's no... It's pretty solid, to be fair, but again, that's forming part of the back of the cab, literally screwed to it. So when all this body comes off, we're going to have just a big hole there that's got to be rebuilt inward. Not so bad anyway, because I want to use some form of heat suppression material there because of the engine heat from the engine and gearbox coming up from the Unimog. The exhaust, it's got a stack exhaust, so make sure we don't start burning materials. But now I think we can, well, we'll make it work, no choice. It just means a bit of extra work, and it means we can address this wet issue. So on the whole, oh, it's a lot of work, but I'm pretty pleased with it. Let's get underneath it, see how this is mounted to the body. Got the torch. You gotta say, that's an old M-Reg. It's in remarkably good condition, actually. It's not bad at all. Could be far worse. It really is solid. Okay, so really at the moment we just bolts. There's some bit of dodgy wiring going on that we'll have to rip out. Look at this. Another brand new tyre on the spare. It literally is. Look, brand new. Even got the old ribs still on, the little bobbles. Okay, so yeah, bolting on. So actually that's pretty easy to come off, which is nice on that one. So the next biggest downside, to be honest, is up here on the top. So if I leave this highlighted, so this body has been literally, well, filled, welded and riveted, whatever they've done here. Somewhat's pretty sturdy, to be honest. And you can see some screws and rivets on the skirts, lots of filler, bit of dodgy welding down there. Yeah, that is actually metal. Let's get some tools. And we can just get behind them when it's all done, cut the sealant, release the panel. Not any longer. Next up, the skirt.